actually moving fairly fast, close to 50 miles an hour. That's a decent speed. I'm going to share this over to the main page. What you seeing?
I was just looking at the same with Quincy. The Sherrington one, though, not a lot of, like, the highest rain rate, but still a solid cell that we have been seeing.
Highest rain rate down there, you said?
Not that Sherrington
not
cell.
highest.
Still that Stewart, south of Stewart, and near Quincy as well.
I got you.
Still best for lightning, too, on that Stewart cell.
That's kind of surprising. Mitchellville's way darker than Altoona. Oh, sorry, I interpret that as if you're in Altoona looking to Mitchellville. I guess, city lights that make a difference too. But should be darker in the west, anything incoming with, the darker clouds, I'd say. Sun should be fairly well down below the horizon. Not a big factor any longer.
Yeah. And then taking a look at the satellite water vapor here, too, we can really see those storms really start to explode, especially those western ones, that first cell. And even, I'd say, the cell near west of Crescent here, aiding in it as well. But you start seeing...
we got a severe thunderstorm warning. Northwest Metro.
There it is.
Yeah. So that's a new warning for hail.
Hail about 1.25 inches. Winds are going to look non-minor, looks about less than 50 miles an hour for Boone, Dallas, Polk counties.
We don't need to go on air for this.
Yeah.
But, Structure looks decent. I'm surprised we had, there must be a decent little core up there. I'm going to slice it over here. Yeah.
About 55.
Decent little core rising out of it. I see it. It's collapsing already, though. So if there's hail, I mean, it's already done.
.733 Dallas Center, 744 Granger, 750 Polk City. I don't know why it doesn't want to move. And then in Sedal, about 755, but still a severe thunderstorm warning. Pouring in Winterset currently.
Oh gosh, the red tracker just scared the bejeebus out of me. I was like, it's a tornado warning. It's not, by the way.
Yeah, pouring in Winterset. Yeah, could see it. For the, especially with that newest scan that came in. Looks to give it a little uptick there, but.
Did you show the hail?
Let's take a look at the hail for
parameter.
that. Yeah.
Hail tracker.
Oh yeah, there's
a little.
Was that the? I'm trying to think. Was that the one with when we were going along the lines there with the 30-minute one around that edge there?
Yep. So I think the hail has already kind of fallen out of this storm and it's on the downward trend. But it's certainly there. Go ahead and query it.
Yeah. Looks like it's saying about just over an inch.
Okay.
For hail size.
Yeah. So you threw a track up on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll take a look at least the next 30 minutes, see if it looks like it wants to really extend through.
Yeah, should this hold, Ames, you get to Madrid. So, it's not a big Carillion storm, but one that has at least briefly had some hail tied to it. There's still a decent little signal of it, I would say. Go ahead and analyze that radar. Let us know what you're seeing there.
Yeah, let me get rid of this lightning quick. Next to be on that, yeah, that right side near Black Corners with, I'd say that hail core probably around that area. Nothing much, I'd say, north of it. So it's just going to be that tiny area that could probably get into Dallas.
Yeah, lofted up there. It's fine. There's a secondary cycle coming into it. Estimating inch and a half on the radar algorithm just off screen here. So moving northeast at 45 miles per hour. Is that what it was?
55.
My bad. So moving northeast at 55 miles per hour. Granger, Madrid, Huxley, Kelly, Ames. Heads up there. That gets out of the warned area, but severe thunderstorm warning until 8:15 for Boone, Dallas, Polk County.
I guess all I had to do was leave the studio for for something to kick up.
Pop up.
It looks like that once some of those cells back there either merged or just really started to work their way down. Oh, yeah, the two there near Red Oak and Quincy just merged their way.
A little bit.
Yeah.
I still
They're
see
still,
two
yeah, a
separate
little
cores.
bit further apart, but just crossing over that I-80 corridor now.
This is West Des Moines, Sky Tracker 5. We can't turn it to look at that severe warning storm because it starts getting in the guts of the water tower, and it's not easy to stare through that, but this is looking southwest. Jonah's out in the field. He told us there's a lot more CG now, so I think that's a sign that the low-level jet's kicking in. Yeah, we're starting to see things grow up a little bit more. Says fantastic bolts. Raining by the East Mix Master and Ankeny. Thanks, Lauren. Yeah, we're tracking it all here. For
I think another thing I think to point to is we're getting pretty close to the radar site too. That I think could start to mess with it if it's a little too close into the area. That cone of silence, but
we'll still get to see a decent chunk of it. It'll pass about 5 miles northwest of it. Yeah, that's the one with the most lightning. Question mark. Control Z. And do it again from the corner. There you go. So
About
12 strikes here.
12
recently.
strikes.
I think this is the last 5 minutes is what we show. So decent little pop. Okay, that's the strongest cell right now. What are we looking at? Weather service chat. Nothing we don't already know. If you're in this area though and you're seeing some hail, let us know. You just drop it into the comments here. I'm not sure. I think you can add a picture.
should. That's a good question.
No, maybe not. You can drop it in my DMs though. I'll catch it. You certainly can. All right, Logan, what are you seeing?
Looks like we'll go back to that storm near Sheraton. That's worked its way over into Indiana now. Getting into almost Oskaloosa. We'll take a look at that. We'll actually put to 50. So some areas, at least for this cell, that could be seeing some of that rain really start to work its way in. About 7:30 for Boosie, 7:43 Olivet, 7:46 Layton, 7:51 about Oskaloosa. So near about 20 minutes if you're in that area. And then at 8 p.m. New Sharon, could be seeing that cell at least work its way in. And then this one just north of Wintersets, it's ticked up a little bit. It was in the orange, but now we're into the red.
Towards Earlham, I kind of see that too.
Could be bringing in some more rain, at least probably into the metro area too. Another wave of showers.
Yeah, we got some cells popping northwest metro towards Johnston. Nothing concerning, but the rain is starting.
To pick up, yeah. We'll take a look back at the 1 hour about estimated rainfall. Starting to see that track really work its way up into past the eye. Could be off. Looks like that heavier rain near Earlham. And Dexter as well looks to be where the most of that precipitation was. And for hail, we still just have that main one with that severe thunderstorm warning. That's looks to be approaching Dallas Center here soon, probably in the next couple of minutes. So,
Yeah, in the guts of this storm up near Dallas Center, they're going to steer clear of the metro. So, I mean, that's good. But heads up towards Granger, Dallas Center. If there was hail, you just found out about it. We're just off to the northwest edge.
Probably just east of, or just north of Polk City too. Will be coming up shortly.
Okay, that's the track. So you've seen earlier. I told you, yeah, we had that pulse of hail, and then it went down. So that's what you're seeing. And then it built back up
yeah,
again.
it picks back up. Take a look at the hail back again. Looks like
And now it's falling.
it's
again.
gone down. So,
I'm gonna cut it over here just to see. Yeah, it still has a signal up there. So I definitely say this one's still capable of hail. Inch and a quarter. I think that's what it's warned for. Yeah, that seems appropriate. Seems appropriate to me.
looks like they've picked up some more near Lincoln and parts of eastern Nebraska too. They got 3 over there. One's a considerable one as well. Just south of Lancaster County there, but
Yeah, I think we'd have to watch the southern part of that line, though. Really, I mean, those are all deviating into much colder air. And as they move their way further northwards, they're going to be a non-factor for. We filled in. Still, there's not anything hyper robust. Little kidney bean. Check velocity. Always watching those little kidney beans for the updraft to kind of spin something up there. What were you saying about Polk City earlier, Jeff?
Oh, just
Heads up.
yeah. Just a little bit north of Polk City if you're in that area.
There's nothing there on the velocity side. Anything weak, turbulent skies, but nothing concerning, especially this close to the radar.
yeah.
We'd have a great shot at low levels. There's that little bit of a kidney bean going on. The most concentrated lightning is right there, too.
Yeah. Looks like, yeah, the reflectivity values are going down, so say that hail threat is going to work its way down.
Well, let's hope that's the trend, right?
It looks like we just have these 2 cells here. It's a pretty horizontal one that's near Norwalk. Near Quincy. We'll take a look back at our our West Des Moines cam here too. Looks like there's some lightning really working its way in the sky. Taking a look at rain rates too, see which cell looks to have the. Looks like it's that one just north of Dallas Center, heading into Granger and Madrid. Could be seeing some heavier flashes of rain, heavier pulses of rain work its way through too. Same for just entering that I-35 corridor, heading east into
Carlisle.
Carlisle.
I think the hail is falling out of that warm storm as it approaches Granger. If you know anyone near Dallas Center in Dallas County, let us know. Ask them if they've seen any hail. I think we've seen it fall. The scope looks awfully small. You want to take Max 1 real quick so I can show folks what's going on. No, scroll up a bit. Yeah, it'll be right there. So we see that pulse of hail pretty strong right here as it's approaching Dallas Center. Nice tilt to it too. And then it's starting to fall right here. Now watch as we go to 734, really low returns. And still really low at 739. Not to say it can't build back up, but I think there was a lot of falling hail here in the last 5-7 minutes or so as this one approaches Granger.
Now, I will say, I'll cut in quick. There has been some reports just east of Dallas Center. There was penny-size hail a few minutes ago, and then dime-size hail about 2 minutes ago in Earlham.
Okay, so it doesn't quite fit the bill of severe criteria, but you know, perhaps that thing is really curled around.
It's got a weird shape to it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that's just in one scan too. Well, I got to think that's some interference.
You would think so, being so close to radar.
I'm going to check CC, see if there's some stuff going on.
Adam said there was a report for 3/4 of an inch for hail on Iowa WX's X account for hail.
Okay. 3/4 of an inch, you said?
Hail at Dallas Center. Yep.
Okay.
Thank you, Adam.
Yeah, appreciate that. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything get worked up over with a meso or anything. So, you can go back to drive.
Looks like that's your thunderstorm warning has about 30 minutes left on it, but I think it's probably going to move
It's
out
gonna
by
outrun
then.
it,
It's
yep.
gonna. We'll see if National Weather Service puts another one up, but I think with what you said, Chris, with the hail at least going down a little bit or falling out, will be tough since there's not really that much of a wind threat.
Well, see that kidney bean. I think it's legit. That kidney bean right there. That's the updraft. It's feeding again. So it's moving in an area that hasn't been touched. There's no storm immediately off it. It could push back up again. That cycle up, that push up with that stronger updraft. That's what that weaker echo or no returns is. That's the updraft feeding that thing. So
we'll see if there's been any other reports. I think that's the Dallas Center one right here.
Easily the most potent cell that we've seen tonight.
Looks like
At least in central Iowa.
Just looking at some storm reports that we've seen. The one in Dallas County near Dallas Center, about 8/10 of an inch.
Yeah,
So
that's
about
that's the
penny-sized.
penny-sized report. Yeah, it's falling. So the core is collapsing with that cell right now. Earlier, what was it, 5 minutes ago, I said it was at 30,000 feet. Now it's at 20,000 feet. It's really flattened out.
Looks like there was pea-sized hail covering Highway 44 just west of Dallas Center.
Okay. Okay, that's Dan with the fire department in Minburn with that report. Some decent structure. All right.
Looks like that some of that heavier rain, Gibbsville, Madrid, Slater, here soon.
Gibbsville. I ain't never heard of Gibbsville. I've driven that stretch of road before.
Just north of Granger.
Okay. Chasers racing to catch up with that. He's it's like right outside the station on 80, getting on 35. But yeah, we got eyes on it. This is a compact, I would call it supercellular at this point, but it doesn't have much of a structure when it comes down to the velocity signal.
But that cell southwest of Des Moines, yeah, let's take a look at it. You think it could be a merger here soon? Or at least just looking at the path of these two?
Could. You can see a southern intensification sometimes when that happens on the southern one. They're both fairly weak at this point, though. But yeah, they are on kind of a course right over West Metro to interact, kind of Urbandale, Clive area.
I will say probably going to take a look at. Oh, I forgot how to do that one. Now, at least I'd say for these two cells, heading into across the Des Moines metro area, about 7:50. Here about 7 minutes. Waukee, Clive about 5 minutes after that. 7:56. Des Moines about 7:59. Johnston 8:03. Sailor 8:06, and then Ankeny about 8:11.
Thunder!
So we're starting to hear some thunder too here at
Finally.
the station.
Finally, we hear some thunder here at the
How
station.
about last night's storms, though? That was just, it was beautiful to listen to. Sign the Springs here.
Yeah, no kidding.
Kind of build these as social talkers, social storms, and I think that fits the bill. Everyone is talking about them this morning. Go to Finance Cam. Yep.
Got 49 strikes on those two cells combined the past 5 minutes.
You're right.
Let's do a little cube there. Oh yeah, it's pouring down there now.
Yeah, there's some good CG. I saw a couple. That's why I wanted you to take this. I've seen 1.6 here at the station today. That's good. Des Moines International setting a record for daily rainfall. I forget exactly what that number is, but it's up over 1 1/3 inches.
I think what the
last
previous
It was,
record was.
One after the morning round, it was in 1.41
Yeah.
at the airport. Beat the old record of 0.95.
Go.
I believe it was in 83.
I'm gonna go State Fair Cam because it's looking back into the teeth of this thing. We got some really heavy rain going on at the station. Joe? All right, he's gone. I hear hail. I'm gonna go take a peek. You keep you keep up on this. I'm gonna take a peek and see if I can get a size. But you can hear the hail on the roof.
Oh yeah, now we definitely can now. That's
It's
coming down
rain.
too. We'll take that.
A
Here
lot
as
of it's
well.
rain, but every now and again there's a pinging.
Here near Commerce, Oshawa. Probably some of that intense rain. Just east of I-35 now is probably seeing the most of that. About all of southern Des Moines, south areas of Des Moines getting it. Metro area starting to pick up, I'd say, on that rain as well. And Urbandale's going to see it here soon. Clive's working its way in. Waukee could be getting some higher rain rates. Let's take a look at the rain rates here. Oh yeah, definitely near hitting into Waukee here. Some heavier rains entering Oshawa, but definitely that cell is just giving a lot of rain to the area. Some more lightning there. Looks like it's about to chomp Des Moines. Oh yeah, I agree right there. split right there, but these two cells, yeah, pretty heavy amounts of rain hitting to the Des Moines area. This. Look at the West Des Moines camera right here.
got a pretty good lightning strike in there. Pull that.
Yeah, good amount of lightning there at the West Des Moines cam.
Yeah, a lot of lightning there, Logan. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, a lot of lightning out there. Very small hail if there was anything. But I'll come talk to you in a minute, okay?
Yeah. We'll take a look at the Knoxville cam.
Logan, there was some very small hail, very small.
Chris is saying
and
very
non-significant
small hail,
wind.
non-significant hail is with these two cells down here working their way through southern Des Moines.
They can hear me too.
Oh, they can?
Yeah. It is a wireless
Technology.
microphone. I did get out of range though for a little bit, but yeah, there's a decent cell coming in. I'm going to relay weather service. Not much wind, pea-sized hail at best.
And then hail-wise, let's take a look back at any hail. The cell here down in Des Moines has the small ones that Chris was mentioning.
Yeah.
Just crossing that I-35 barrier. But, I mean, for the severe thunderstorm one, it's really, I'd say, work its way down. Still impressive structure, though. And this one still has about 25 minutes left on it for that severe thunderstorm warning. They did bump down the hail size down to 1 inch now, but still for Boone, Dallas, Polk County.
Yeah, this is it's a healthy storm over Des Moines Metro right now. I don't think it's severe. I will double check on that here real quick. Vertical slices are my jam for hail. Oops, a little off. I don't see darker cores. Pretty bright. Right over west side of Des Moines.
We can take a look here at the future, at least next 30 minutes for hail. So still has that Dallas one, but on the smaller end now for that. Let's take a look back at rain rates too. Still those 4 cells up here, good amount, especially the one just crossing into 235 Urbandale is going to be getting this rain here soon. Clive, you're going to be in the middle of it, probably here within the next couple of minutes. Looks like it's getting through the Des Moines metro area for at least the intense parts of rain here. Just past, looks like all that storm, all the rain near that Waukee cell on Highway 6 just past north.
So on the roof, guys, if you listen closely, you can hear at times the pinging of the ice pellets. That was all rain. But right as I walked out, there was a little bit of pinging for some hail. So typically you can hear it pretty good on the roof when there is some. So this is our first time covering severe weather together.
Yeah.
Come fun.
And take a look back at least the 1 hour rain. Let's see if any part started to pick it up.
It's all been fairly progressive.
Yeah.
So that's good when it comes to a flooding angle.
And it looks
For the
like
rest of
at least
tonight.
what the radar's seeing maybe 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch. Still a little bit, I think, too early with the rain just passing its way through. But it was pretty intense where it could be those short bursts of heavier end rain as well. And 3 hours, if anything's changed here. Starting to see more tracks, especially with those southwestern cells. I think there's another one near Quincy. Looks like it's not. Looks like there's a little small one near Sharonton too. You see that, Chris?
Yeah, there is a decent little one just east of town towards Russell.
See if there's any hail on that. No. Too small for that. Looks like that hail threat's just about ended, or at least very small hail size.
Of it on the highway.
It looks like that severe thunderstorm warning is also gone.
Okay.
So no more severe thunderstorm warnings for those Boone and the other counties.
Okay, good.
And just to mention something real quick, guys, National Weather Service chat, a vehicle slid into the ditch due to road being hail covered. I only want to point that out because I want you all to know that if you are driving and you end up on a hail covered road, treat it like it's a winter,
Like it's ice. Yeah.
like a winter driving scenario. That hail can be real sneaky if it's covering the road and make things slick.
And thank you, Cassie. Take a look back at those cells. Looks like it's also, yeah, it's getting tough to the point where this one cell here looks like it's getting into the radars, or just over the radar now.
Yeah, Grimes, Johnston, over to Saylorville, probably getting loud or getting slammed a little bit with some of that rain.
Looks like a lot of that rain too, that heavier rain. It was short, but it was also brief, as looks like we're going to be seeing the lighter rains really work their way through Des Moines. The heaviest parts of it, I think, has worked its way past Highway 235, and it's still mostly, I'd say, on the western side of I-35 as well, like what Joe said, Johnston. Joe. I think for some reason I thought I said that wrong.
What, his name?
I thought I said John for a second, but Joe.
No,
Well,
you got
like
it.
what Joe said, the Grimes, Johnson, Saylor, the heavier parts of the rain working their way across through now. Getting out of the Des Moines area, I will say, but it looks like looks like another cell could work its way through the Des Moines area if it keeps moving a little bit more northward, but more eastward. I think we got some of those traffic cams too, up near that 235 or
Yeah, that's a good
Highway
idea.
6.
Yeah, you want to do that?
Take this one at I-80 and looks like 72nd Street. Oh, that was a good flash of lightning right there.
Was it? Where's this cam at?
I-80 and 72nd.
Huh, I don't recognize that one. That must be a new cam. Okay, go over to maybe Morningstar. Just hit the right arrow. Keep going. Do one more. That's Beaver. Play that one. Non-significant wind. Heavy rain though.
Yeah, you can start seeing some of those puddles there.
Yeah,
Tracks they bring up.
especially in the median there. You
Oh,
see,
yeah.
see in the median, the
puddling.
ponding.
About, yeah,
Yep.
right there.
All right, go to the next cam. Anytime you see flashers, you know the rain is heavy. Oh, it's black and white though. I know it's a good quality camera in the day. Okay, second. So this is getting over towards Saylor, Ankeny area. So the cell that passed overhead here is now getting towards Ankeny. And again, we had some small hail with that. Oh, Hunter, Iowa County, you got a long ways to go, my friend.
Looks like a lot of that rain too, especially near Waukee has moved its way out. It's, yeah, heading more towards Ankeny, Alman, Elk. Take a look at.
Look, we'll have the low-level jet kick up some more storms as we go through the night. Severity just isn't there tonight. We don't have the rigorous updrafts. Surface is stabilizing. I'm going to all but call our tornado threat dead.
It's about 36 strikes past 5 minutes in that one cell there.
Okay.
Yeah, just past of Des Moines, past Waukee. Cassie said very heavy rain in Ankeny. Yeah, no doubt. We've had the heavy rain here, and it's working its way
brief,
up
though,
north. Yeah,
right?
brief. So you're not going to get much. I won't say you get much, but it'll be heavy, but it'll just be all at once.
Check cams on I-35 up by Huxley, anywhere from Huxley to Ames. That's probably the healthiest cell at this stage, kind of just north of where we were just looking on the radar picture. Did you take the
Yeah.
web? Okay, keep going. Yeah, up north. More.
Couple good lightning strikes on
Either of
those
these.
cams up by Huxley.
Traffic still moving decent clip. I'll tell you what, if there's hail, nothing gets you to slow down faster, so that's usually a key indicator. Go north one. I think the right moves up. Yep. Play it. You know, obviously we're not going to see the small hail, so that could be there, but nothing covering the ground per se. And it is just moving overhead, or moved overhead, I should say. That's heading towards Nevada, and there could be some hail up to, I'd say, Penny or so.
Then Werner, when you said when does the watch come down, if you're referencing the tornado watch, that's going to be at around at 10 p.m. Take it back to.
Listen, folks, we're not in the business to scare folks. You know, we're here to keep you safe when it's warranted. Sub-severe hail. You know, obviously, if there's some significant weather, we're gonna go a little bit more hard and heavy at it, but we're not rising the occasion here for tonight so far. And let's hope that trend continues.
Looks like hail. You agree with this, Chris? This little
Yeah,
bud
yeah,
here,
and I think it's small.
west of Ankeny.
Sample it if you want. Make sure you don't get
About
roads when you do it. I'm not sure if I buy that.
an inch.
Yeah. It's really close to the radar site too, so it's kind of contaminated. There are some higher returns in there, but it's struggled to even, I mean, it's just passing over the radar site.
Yeah.
I do have friends in this area though, so I might ask.
What should Cedar Rapids expect?
General thunderstorms. Cedar Rapids.
Some time to. Pea-sized hail in northwest Ankeny now as well. So talking about the hail there, looks like there's some
Pea size.
pea-sized.
Okay. I'll pass that on to the Weather Service. Oh, that's where you got it from. I thought that was from our stream.
And then, yeah, as of now, no current warnings in Iowa. Looks like just one up near, heading into Omaha here, Wahoo, Ashland, Omaha. Nothing here so far. And then taking a look south, at least.
Archer, I'm not sure, or Andrew Archer, I should say. I'm not sure. I think we'll see a reduction in the watch soon, hopefully before 10, so we can get ahead of it to folks. Do you have something, Joe?
Yeah. Could we check out that cell that just passed I-35 near Huxley? It's just south of Shipley now. Latest radar scan to come in is showed just a little bit of an uptick, probably Probably looking at there's a little bit of a nothing significant in terms of.
I don't have the latest scan, evidently, on number 1 here. I mean, just objectively looking at the reflectivity, there's a bit of a rear inflow notch, but
Yeah, I see that.
I'm not seeing much of a wind signal to support it, so it could just be dumb luck or something more representing the upper levels. It hasn't worked down to the surface. But there's a little bit of a rear inflow there.
Yeah, there's a little notch.
I suspect we'll lose some counties in the watch prior to 10 o'clock. I really do. We're not living up to the expectations in the surface. Still going to be stabilizing. Storms will continue. Don't get me wrong, and there may be even some hail, but we're not rising at this point to the occasion. And we're kind of past that window I set forth earlier in the day for like, okay, this is it. This is kind of the time frame. If we're going to see it, we're going to see it, and we're beyond that now.
I will say, yeah, this looks to be the main cell just here. That high intensity looks like amount of rain. We're still at about the same rain rate when it went through Des Moines and southern Iowa too. So still those high intense rains, but just for that short amount of time.
All right. Just cycling the streams, make sure we're keeping it up. And by streams, I mean our chasers out in the field. We can take those at any point we want, but try to be a little bit more strategic on who we're taking and when.
We'll take a look outside too. Here's a finance cam. Nothing too much.
Yeah, it's looking south though, so that'd be tough. You go Iowa State Fair and then rotate it around. Go ahead and take that. Then I forget what it's the left 2 tabs. One of the left 2. That's West Des Moines. There you go, and just click. Okay, that's looking due north, so that's northwest. Probably got to look a little bit more north. Yeah, you see the lightning flashes over there? Yeah. I know there's a pole in the way and it's not as glamorous, but that'll get you the best vantage point.
That was a good one right there.
Yeah. That's some good stuff. Strong storm exiting northeast metro towards Elkhart right now. That's the best of the bunch I'm seeing.
Cindy said, is the storms in Michigan taking the energy out of the storms for us? No, I think it's just too far. Yeah, it was its own separate. That was an intense tornado there.
That was, yeah,
for only having
crazy.
a 2%.
I would say that was a complete surprise, too. Like, I wasn't expecting anything like that over that way today. Though I didn't
that far north.
I didn't look too hard at the overall scenario for Michigan. Why would I? Tulsa got hit hard, too. Not more than an hour ago, I think. So, not sure exactly the details on that, but I've been trying to keep up with some friends.
And Cody said Iowa City prediction.
General thunderstorms.
Yeah.
Okay.
And looking behind, I mean, it's just it's like a cell just north that just passed through Greenfield. That could be heading into Stewart, so more rain over there. And we have another cell. Good amount of lightning for just crossing, just heading into Tingley, Hopeville, into that area. But if so, it's just this main cell up here, just north of Des Moines. Just now it's east of I-35.
Yep.
Bringing in some heavier rain.
That's
Maxwell,
a good one, too.
Get some good rain here, too.
Maxwell. There's a Maxwell down there?
Right east of Huxley.
Oh, I thought you were, sorry. I'm watching the stream over there. I'm thinking, I'm watching him go through it live.
Looks
So-
like yeah, looks like
Already at Nevada, if you want to take those.
You know, this is just radar estimate, but radar's picking
It's
up
funny.
quarter-size hail in between Nevada and Colo.
Okay. I'm gonna slice that storm. See what we get.
here's the traffic cams right now. This is West US 30 and 580th Avenue.
Must be on the uptick, Joe, with that, because I'm not seeing much in the 3 slice. I don't have a good view on it. I do see it in the latest returns, but the volume slice doesn't really have all too much. Maybe an inner core, very small to 60 dB, but only up to 15K. So it could be building. Something to watch up there near Nevada. If you're in Nevada, we know anyone, or you're up there yourself, you know, let us know. So, gentlemen, I'm going to run upstairs real quick. Will you mute my mic? And scroll down. Keep going. Nope. This one. Hit that. There you go. All right.
We'll take a look at that hail there that you were talking about, Joe. Looks like, yeah, there's some small amounts, at least for hail size, that could be crossing that I-35 heading into Elkhart now.
Yeah, and these, and you know, I want to mention this to everyone too. You know, we are like looking at these storms incredibly closely, so we're talking very small pockets of, you know, some of this, you know, smaller than quarter-size hail coming down, and probably not for a long period of time either. It's, you know, it's going to come and go. You're going to hear some hail, and then it's going to be done.
Yeah, very short-lived, just like with the these, except for looks like this one in between Tingley, Oskaloosa as well, and Murray. We'll take a look at those 3-hour rain totals that the radar is estimating, at least for rain. Looks like Greenfield places potentially could have gotten around an inch, very local if the correct spot, but I would say probably above that 1/4 of an inch, 1/2 an inch, I'd say for just north of Greenfield, and looking along to Huxley about that 1/4 inch, but it's just, this is very spotty rain, I will say, for the radar. Des Moines looks like a bigger area, just north of Des Moines near Ankeny, Johnston. Probably a good 1/4 of an inch, probably 1/2 an inch. Some places probably around I-35, probably did see about probably 3/4 of an inch higher, maybe an inch, but it'd probably just be too short for how much rain it had to dump. It's probably too much for that end.
Yeah, I'd agree with you there. And you know, honestly, with the way that the rain came down this morning, you know, if we were seeing a more widespread heavy rainfall going on in central Iowa right now, I would be more concerned that some spots could deal with some low-lying flooding or areas that typically flood, you know, during thunderstorm activity. I would be a little bit more concerned if we were seeing, you know, heavier, more widespread heavy rain than we are currently. It's very short-lived right now.
Yeah, well, I'm going to show you up ahead of this cell where it's heading, about 817 Colo, 819 Zerings, 829 St. Anthony, 835 State Center, 839 Monvera, 847 Lipscomb, and 852 Marietta. For probably we could see this main cell here work its way across those areas. Melbourne, Baxter as well in the mix. Gage said, what about Ames? I think a lot of that rain already passed the way through. I think it'll be on the smaller end now. I think that probably is one of the more intense bursts that you'll be seeing throughout the day. I think it would depend on these cells back here if they keep working their way north, but I think you did see a big bulk of it already with this cell over here that already
You've had a long day.
How we looking?
This has been the main cell right now, and it's just past Ames, Huxley, working the way into State Center, getting into Lipscomb, Ziering. Some places had, at least when we were looking at the 3-hour radar, some places did have around that inch, but probably just too much and probably a little bit overdrive.
Yeah,
I would say
just go to 24. Let's look at 24 and see what we've done.
24.
Yeah. We haven't loaded that today. It'll take a second to kick in. Mitch is wondering about Colfax, just general thunderstorms. I think that's the trend. I think that's the trend we're looking at. Gage and Andrew, Ames, general thunderstorms. Some small hail is a possibility.
And then just looking at the past 24 hours too, especially just down south of I-80 in between Winterset, Quincy, that's what I think were the highest amount of rain. I think the area seen even from this run, from this day, from today all the way even to yesterday as well, where
Nice little streak.
just ending near just almost Des Moines, but around Martinsdale, Waukee, Norwalk.
Hey, hands together for Joe. Hey. He's put in a long day. He's taken off, so.
Werner just said there's always a storm brewing in Ames. Is that true, Chris, as an IC
Always.
grad?
The only tornado I've ever seen, I was in Ames. So, in the month of November,
It's quite the rare month for that.
I was walking to a football game. I missed the stadium by 3 miles. It was crazy.
Was it a good game at least?
Oh, yeah, we won. Heck
There you
yeah.
go.
You always win when you have a real-life mascot come to the football stadium.
Literal cyclone.
Literal cyclone. So, yeah, I think you can garner by now if we're cutting staff.
And it looks like
We're not
they
thinking
just
much.
did also a change that tornado watch cut out a few of the counties
good.
there. Which one?
Severe watch right there. That one's warnings. That one you watch. Yep.
Let's take a look at their new tornado watch. Yeah, it looks like they took out a lot of those. I think eastern counties there, Carroll.
We're all set up at this point. I'm really not. You can keep chatting. I'm going to put some preps in for my show, if you
Sounds
don't
good.
mind.
Yeah, western Iowa, just above I-80, looks like a lot of those threats have gone. But we still have those for around Ames, Fort Dodge, Redfield, Des Moines. That tornado watch is still in effect until 10 p.m., but just cutting out some of those western counties along the area. Calhoun, Carroll, Audubon.
Yep.
Still
It has been a day filled with rain. That is for sure.
And yeah, looking at the strike zone too, more of those lightning strikes just near that Des Moines area, Waukee, especially Granger, Huxley, Ames, where most of that lightning was around that area.
Yeah. Looks like there's some hail pockets. I even see some returns for wind too, kind of localized. I think it's in association with those updrafts too.
Looks like hail potential just entering Maxwell, just north of Colo,
Yeah.
just passing for now 190th Street. For that. And we'll take a look at some wind gusts too across the area. 19, 18 miles an hour, 21 over near Ames. Metro area is about in those teens, 27 over in Des Moines right now. Looks like with that cell down there, could be some more rain. That southern cell looks to be working its way in. Could be another round of heavierish rain. Let's take a look at the rain rates for these. It looks like they're on the lower end, at least for rain rates, compared to what we did see for the first one. They also just did, there is a new tornado watch for southeastern Iowa. I don't think it's hit into here yet, but
No, it will.
yeah, it's going to be loading into the Ottumwa area and into eastern Iowa. We'll let that try to load in here quick for that. Try to see if that wants to load in now.
What storm is the strongest there?
For that new one,
Just what we're looking at on the radar. Go ahead and keep talking through. I got a couple of things I need to build now.
looks to be still that one near just past Ames, but we do have another one that's bringing in some more rain into Des Moines, into that area, and then looks like there's another good cell near Oskaloosa, heading into New Virginia. Let's take a look at this Des Moines one here, though. Looks like we're just getting into that metro area just by a little bit, maybe in the next few minutes, but heading into Windsor Heights, Millman, Commerce. But like I was saying earlier, the rain rates just weren't looking as heavy compared to this cell right here passing through Zerian State Center. So don't expect the heavy rain that we saw that first round. Probably just a more mild second round for this next one heading through the Des Moines area. Now for this one right here below, that's the one heading into, that's past Oskaloosa, just crossing into I-35. Looks to be some higher, more intense rains across the area, just passing into Highway 34. But for this Des Moines one, I mean, it's just very thin, and we're not seeing the highest, most intense rain across here compared to what we saw here. That's just heading into Maxwell. I mean, Robson, Wicker Acres. Just look at, that's pretty intense rain across that area. We'll see if that tornado watch loaded in now. Still hasn't yet. Oh, it got the Missouri chunk though.
Yeah, the way that works is, you know, the SPC issues it, but then the local weather services have to trigger it. I'm not quite exactly sure, you know, why that disconnect is there, but sometimes it takes a couple of minutes for the new watch to populate, but it's there.
Take a look at some temperatures. I think we can find, I think that cold front still
Very evident.
very, like about 20 degree difference from Atlantic to Creston right now. So we're still having these warm temps, especially about around 8 p.m. So. And then for hail, looks like still the only thing is just going to be, if it wants to load, just north of Colo, getting into St. Anthony State Center, just passing Highway 65 going west. Yeah, this cell near here, Des Moines, though, just a very thin cell that looks to be bringing in another just small amounts of rain. Still hasn't passed even 235 yet, not even I-80. So still on that southern end, Pleasant Hill, Millman. Those are the areas probably getting the rain right now. Norwalk. New Virginia, you could probably getting some heavier rain here soon. Same with Liberty, Murray, especially. Jameson.
I'm going to have to dig in the scenario a little bit more. I'm a little perplexed. I was not expecting a new tornado watch to come out.
And it looks like, yeah, looks like they got a portion of the tornado watch. Looks like we're still missing a good amount of counties. It's gonna,
Yeah, it'll fill in right there, Highway 20 and south.
it's gonna fill in from from just south of Waterloo, all this area.
It says 10 o'clock at the top. That's still sampling the old one. If you scroll a little bit right, you'll see it changes to the new one till 4 o'clock.
Yep, this is the new one till 4 o'clock, and it does include these counties in here, even Ottumwa.
And truthfully, I think in the local 5 coverage area, we're not expecting anything as far as big storms after midnight. So that 4 a.m. would be more geared towards the Quad Cities area, just like that.
Still a good lightning producer with that one cell up north. Looks like some heavier rains, Bangor, St. Anthony starting to get those heavier rains now, especially with those lightning flashes there. Let's see if looks like the hail size increased a little bit. Let me.
Pouring east side of Des Moines. Thanks, Valerie. Appreciate that.
Looks like a good hail core here.
It does look like a decent one.
20,000 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty intense there on the low
Yep.
levels.
You
So I'd
got
say,
it.
yeah, with the hail size here, it's just south of St. Anthony. Could be seeing some decent hail. I'm
Wouldn't
probably
be
going to say
surprised.
around an inch hail, but I could see definitely penny sized.
Yeah, based on the structure that you're just off, we can't pull that source up for you to see it, but based on the structure, I wouldn't be surprised if we get a severe warning out of that one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy, that tornado watch just will not populate at all.
Yeah, there's that downpour near eastern Des Moines, Pleasant Hill. Looks to be heading into Altoona here next couple of minutes. We can take a look at least where's the storm heading in. Some areas could be seeing some higher winds. Not higher winds, but more rain. It's probably about 8:30-ish, a little bit after that Altoona, 8:46 Mingo, 8:49 Baxter. For this little line of, this little stretch of rain right here. From
Watch is
Colfax.
in.
Oh, looks like our full tornado watch is in, yeah, and it is going to include those counties there in the middle that we're missing. And then, so just for discrepancy, these ones right here, this is going to be until the 4 a.m., these white boundaries here, then everything west is going to be until the 10 p.m. thunderstorm, 10 p.m. tornado watch is when that expires, but these two right here till 4 a.m.
Yeah.
And just looking ahead, I mean, that's a good chunk, ranging all the way down just almost into Texas, just consistent tornado watches. Yeah, looks still be some hail near, just heading into Bangor now. Lipscomb, next couple of minutes. Albion, Conrad. Looks like a lot of that rain now is just getting passed into the 235 corridor, heading into I-80 on that eastern side near Mitchellville, Santiago, for that more heavier rain there, but still not, I'd say, the most heaviest. And then for this cell down here, at least when we can see this cell, about 843 St. Charles, 854 Indianola, 804 Palmyra. About this cell about here, probably about 915, 910-ish, and then Sailor, 916.
Gauge, the tornado watch for Ames only goes through 10. Palmyra.
Try to take a look at some more cams, especially with the one going through Des
There you
Moines
go.
right now. See if the finance cam has
Good work, sir.
anything. Oh, there's some lightning right there.
Yeah, that's looking south right into that one too.
Looks like nothing else too much for the other cams too. I will say these two cells are probably the biggest ones, at least that we have right now, to keep an eye on. I don't think there's anything at least coming into the area, Chris, that you can see that's notable. Looks like there's multiple cell cluster cells in Omaha.
No,
That's where
it's
came,
post
just, yeah,
it's post frontal too.
that too, yeah.
So yeah, I don't expect anything to impact us from the cold pool. It's quite the smattering there over Marshall County.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But it's just that, it's a smattering. It's, I guess,
There's
Minerva.
gonna be anything for.
No, I mean, there's a mezzo there. It is there.
Mm-hmm.
But actually, no, that's convergence. Go back to it. So you can see the greens are going towards Des Moines, the reds are going away from Des Moines. Zoom back in on it, right there. Yep, so between St. Anthony and Minerva, you can kind of see where they're coming together just a little bit. And so that causes the updraft, right? And so I'd be watching for hail with that. If this were any other night and we had an appreciable tornado risk beyond what, I truly believe we have, I'd be watching for that to try to spin just a little bit too. But right now that's a convergence signal, stronger updraft. I'd be watching for some hail out of that one.
Yeah. And taking a look at the hail, looks like it's
Northwest Marshall, yep.
gone down a little bit, still getting just north of Clemens, heading into Bangor, Minvera, Lipscomb too. And then Emily said tornado watch near Kellogg.
Yeah, that's the new one. So 4 p.m. or
4 a.m.
4 a.m.
Time's hard.
Oosh.
Let's take a look at the rain rate for this cell in Marshalltown too, for rain intensity. Let's load. Looks like a lot of it's not intense, but still near that Minvera one. Heading into State Center, could probably see some more intense period of rain here. Same thing with Haverville, could be seeing that cell work its way through to Rhodes, Melbourne on the path as well. Jenna said, why does Cedar Rapids have a tornado watch until 4 a.m. with 3 exclamation points?
Yeah, if you've been watching for a little while, I think you can tell I'm not quite on board with that, but I wouldn't worry too much at this juncture. I think anything we have is pretty well low end opportunity at this stage.
Mm-hmm.
But that's about it.
Mm. It looks like a lot of that rain that was over near Des Moines should be exiting here probably next 5-10 minutes. It's just got passed through Windsor Heights, Urbandale, back to some lower amounts of rain. Redfield could be getting some more rain here soon too. It looks like I think the biggest of threats, at least at the moment, it's really going to be getting eastwards of I-35 now. Really nothing pretty much west of it, except for that little cell near Redfield. But
Well, where's the cold front right now?
I think it was near Atlantic, if I was right. Yeah.
So it's arriving about Highway 169. So running from Fort Dodge to Perry and southward.
Still just stark difference, though. 20 degrees. 20-degree difference
It
right
is a
now.
bit.
Preston, Atlantic.
Sorry, friends. I'm going to sneeze here in a second. I apologize. Excuse me. There's no graceful way for me to sneeze. It is just loud.
We still have those small chances for hail, at least the intensity for up in Bangor as well. And then Jenna said, I thought storms were losing their intensity heading east.
Yeah, I think they are. I think they will. Maybe not lose total intensity, but surface-based. Yes, that low-level jet's going to kick in. It'll hold them. I still think hail is the primary trouble factor here.
Let's see what they said about that tornado watch they issued.
There hasn't been much.
They're saying multiple clusters of thunderstorm is increasing this evening across Iowa, Missouri. These storms are forming in a strongly sheared environment that could support the development of a few supercells.
Yeah, there's a shear. It's just they're elevated. Yeah, no one's doubting the shear today. I've been really doubting the instability.
So it looks like it's around Bedford, Stewart.
Yeah,
Fort
that's the
Dodge,
leading edge
line
of the cold
there,
front right there.
Creston, and even eastward as of now. Not a A lot of energy compared to Kansas, Oklahoma, Missouri.
Sorry, I'm still building out my show.
You're good. Looks like that hail threat has diminished heading into Lipscomb. It's gone smaller and smaller, so I don't think Lipscomb should have to worry about any hail. Rain rates still, I'd say, on the more intense side, brief but intense for heading into Union. Lipscomb, this will be something banger. You'll clip a little bit of it. Winton as well. Marshalltown probably got an intense burst of rain here just north. Near Riverside, heading to Garwin. Roads could be getting some intense rain here soon as well. And then, I mean, nothing past Des Moines, too. I think all of that's gone out, especially just getting north of 235 now. Still some near that metro area, more eastwards, but Capitol Heights, Altoona. Still probably some heavier rains in that area.
Yep.
Take another look at this cell down here. Looks like it's getting into Indianola now, getting into Pleasantville. Still the heavier parts near New Virginia, Truro, just exiting Thayer, getting out of Murray as well. Crossing more into 35 now.
Let's see, have we had much move through that? I don't think we have. There was a couple of cells near Sheraton earlier.
Yeah, those ones all died down pretty fast too.
They kind of outran their forcing.
Yeah. If you have any rain reports too, 3-hour estimated rainfall too. It's still just the spotty areas. Above 1/4 of an inch near Oskaloosa, Des Moines, north of it, Ankeny. The State Center, you got to get them out there too. Melbourne, Maxwell, those heavy storms really paved their way in for some good rain here. Let's take a look at the water vapor.
The water vapor.
Yeah, still see those, especially that one that was up near Iowa Falls, Marshalltown. That one really pulled up. Look at that, Chris.
Yeah, it did.
Clouded up there. Welcome to spring. It's almost spring. I mean, it's meteorological spring, but I mean astronomical.
Go to the cloud tops. Let's see. I forget it. There it is. See how that's trended in the last.
About 40,000 feet.
Okay.
Just getting there with the
And
top
back it
ones.
up. Or a few scans and see how it's done. Wow, it came out of the cone of silence. But sometimes you'll see a little bit of a push up. These are very low topped.
And this is
features for
where it
tonight.
was about beforehand, before it went through. So it was still in that purple.
Yeah. There's one severe thunderstorm warning between Sioux City and Omaha. Why don't you give it a look?
Yeah.
And it's in the cold pool. Oof. That's crazy. And actually, if you add the P-type to it,
So
it's a changeover to ice. So freezing thunderstorm.
So yeah, Burt, Harrison, Manoa. That's a good one right there, about inch-size hail. Just getting northeast of Tacoma, Arizona, before crossing Missouri over into there. Let's take a look at the hail for that one. Just to be, yeah, small hail threat, but reset type there, just converging over. Let's take a look too at that. A lot of snow up there from Minneapolis heading into North Platte. I mean Nebraska and South Dakota as well. I think there was a winter mesoscale discussion over in the Sandhills and the Panhandle of Nebraska.
Yeah.
It looks like a lot of that more in that intense cell heading into Grundy Center, Toledo. Still in the middle of it from Marshalltown. Garwin's going to start beginning at Gladbrook. Let's see a look. So for this cell right here, Toledo about 9 o'clock, Traer 9:08, Chelsea 9:13, Bella Payne 9:20, Gladbrook 8:50 to start seeing this intense band right here as well. So you're probably seeing the rain, but the more intense band that we're seeing, at least with the red here, is going to be around 8:50 for you. Gabe said, why is there a tornado watch out now, even down here in southern Iowa? We haven't seen much.
Yeah. That's the best environment is in southern Iowa. Still, we're stabilizing the surface. So I continue to live in that notion that the tornado threat is minimizing and trending that way.
Thank you, Gabe, for that question.
Yeah.
Looking at the rain intensity, just south of State Center, looks like we have some more of those intense rains, but they're pretty spotty throughout this big cell here. I'd say the big ones is more south, more north too, up near just past their Union, Conrad. Witten's in the middle, probably a decent amount of rain right there right now. And then get some spottier ones over in the beginning of it, Garwin. Start seeing that rain here soon, but still Melbourne, could be seeing it here soon. Just getting north of Highway 30 here. And for this cell, so not much on that end. It looks like that cell here near Redfeld. Still just past through Kennedy, getting into Adele, passing, looks like Highway 169.
What's the velocity saying?
Let's take a look.
Nope.
Yeah. Nothing for hail, too.
Okay.
I don't think there's
General thunderstorm.
no hail on this, yeah. Except just a little small part just south of Highway 30 below Marshalltown. You're just heading into Dillon, but still on the smaller side for that. Still intense lightning.
It is.
At least for that Marshalltown one. Good.
A lot of CG in there.
Let's take a look. Let's go to Des Moines up to Grundy Center. About this whole cell right here. 137 strikes the past 5 minutes.
Is it 5 or is it 30? I can't remember. I think it's 5. Can't be 30. We've had more than that. Excuse me.
Probably nothing good for cams right now, nor unless there's anything I-80 or we can check the New Virginia traffic cam, see if there's anything there. It's a stretch. This one's just around St. Charles and St. Mary's. Just doesn't really clip that rain just yet.
Yeah, not quite there, is it?
Nothing too. And we just still have those two main cells, the one up here in Marshalltown and Newton area, and then we have this little southern one right here
Mm-hmm.
in Indianola, heading into Knoxville. Get rid of those. And then we do have those two tornado warnings. One that's going to be until 10 p.m. That's going to be for these counties as well. This is the 10 p.m. one. And then for the new one that they did issue about 30 minutes ago, that's going to be just past Des Moines going east, and that's going to be until 4 a.m. for Saturday morning for the eastern counties of Iowa. But right now, nothing for no severe thunderstorm warnings. I'm seeing nothing on the chat right now. Just we have this one over on the Nebraska-Iowa border for severe thunderstorm warning.
Yeah. Well, you're doing a good job.
Thank you.
Yeah, keep it up.
Ames, just nothing, no returns, nothing too much. Still Marshalltown. Now it's getting a little more clustered together now. Looks like there's still a little separation between this one up here, just north of Conrad, getting into Grundy Center, Lincoln here soon, and then some multiple clusters of more high intense ones. It looks like you get another 3 rounds Marshalltown for some heavy rain, LeGrand, Garwin, Toledo, probably around 9 o'clock for you.
Yep, I'd say so. Got a little cell just north of Tamer right now.
Mm-hmm. Looks like it's been, just going down.
That
Towards
area's
Dallas
been
Center.
worked over.
There's not a lot of energy left in the area,
No.
I'd say.
I mean, there is energy. It's not surface space, though,
Yeah.
any longer.
There's probably nothing on the future hail then, too. We can take a look at that. I don't know why it's even showing stuff like that.
It's fading away.
Yeah.
So it's on its way out.
I don't think there's anything increasing, at least down here. Yeah. Just going away.
Well, if it says anything, our chasers called it quits on the night.
That's
They're done.
lot, yeah.
They're done. I'm pretty sure he's off. No, he's still out there. Brett's still out there. Where's he at? It's him. Yep. He's on I-35 at Ames.
Not a lot of action there.
Nope. They did get an inch hail report out of that cell.
Take a look at, some local
Back near
storm
them.
reports.
Burt County, Nebraska.
So, I mean, nothing too much, at least here to report. We only had about 3 in Iowa. The closest one was Dallas Center, where we had that about 1/4 of an inch hail around 7:30. Then we had the 2 earlier
Yep.
near Red Oak they were both about, we don't want a pointer, about 1 inch, 2 both 1.25 inches. Those are maybe the best hail we've seen so far.
Yep.
It looks like they do got some rain
That was overnight.
overnight.
Oh no, sorry. That hail report's from earlier.
Algona had
P,
about 1/4 of an inch.
but the rain reports were from last night.
Yep, 1 point.
Small,
Very
I think.
small, yeah.
Go back and analyze it and take a look, but you can kind of get a sense of just how casual we are. That there's not a lot of immediacy type issues here.
I think you were just too south of that first cell that really brought a lot of rain into the Des Moines area. Just a little too south to the cell there, and even the one that just came through just didn't have the hail to come with it. So I would say slim to none. I would say none for hail in Altoona. But thank you, Jenny, for asking.
Yeah. We'll let the stream go back to looping radar here in a few minutes. We got some prep work to do for our 10 o'clock show on Local 5, but 10 more minutes or so. And of course, if something imminent jumps up, we're going to be on with you. You know, we're not leaving you. It's just there's a little bit of some prep work that needs to be done. Need to communicate with our show producers, things of the like. So it's been great being on with you all here tonight.
This one's formed a pretty nice line. Just reflectivity here. That's all above I-80 now, and anything south of I-80 is just this cell in Indianola now.
Mm-hmm.
And then Gage said, I'm a storm chaser, and I think I'm going to call it a night. Have a safe night. Thank you for keeping people updated.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Appreciate
Yeah,
it.
you're welcome. Front is Mason City to Perry to Creston right now.
Take a look at quick temperatures, too. Yeah. Atlantic, 39, getting through the area. But
There's a little low rippling up, and I think that's what, and I saw it yesterday. I made mention in a couple of posts, and I think that's what the National Weather Service is banking on, a little bit of those backing winds because of that. That low swings up, kicks the wind back a little bit. I don't think we have the energy needed to do anything. But that's why there's that little kink up there by Fort Dodge. We're missing a lot
sensors.
of sensors. What is going on? But I think that's why it probably I'm loading temps over here. Yeah, the only one I'm missing is Fort Dodge. I don't know why that one's missing.
Yeah.
I know Fort Dodge is down right now.
I don't know if that's because it's a data set even, or...
I don't know. But very evident where that front is. It is potent.
Take a look at the past 3 hours for rain. Still just going to be on the clustery end. Best rain looks like for today was just north of Mitchellville and Baxter, Marshalltown, Colo. Probably over half an inch for some places. Localized, I'd say maybe even an inch. That might be just be stretching a little bit too much.
Mm-hmm.
Probably about that inch to a quarter of an inch for rain. Here in Des Moines, probably near West Des Moines, Waukee area had a pretty good downpour. Pleasant Hill, Altoona. You didn't get hail Altoona, but you did get some good rain. Same with Ankeny. And then over just north of Greenfield, decent rain as well. And then taking a look, we'll put the past 48 hours on now. So we'll take in all of yesterday's rain and just everything we've seen the past 48 hours. And it's a good rainstorm. At least the good storms that we've had.
Good way to ease into the season.
Really starting spring with the spring note. If it wants to load.
What are you looking at?
Just trying to get the 48, but
If it's the first time, it's got to get it
gonna
from
be
the
a while.
cloud.
let's do 24. I loaded that one a little bit earlier.
It's playing peekaboo with you.
Maybe there was just no rain. Oh, there we go. Yeah, good. Almost all of Iowa, some portions up in northwest Iowa, but yeah, definitely the most amount of rain was Greenfield, Quincy, Winterset, especially with that streak that it had yesterday. Definitely, 2 inches. Places I think got 3 inches. Probably could be bumped up 3.5, potentially 4. I think that might be a little bit too much though. Let's see if that 48-hour one loaded. There we go. Yeah, nothing too much for the change there. Waterloo, Mason City, places over in western Iowa, west of I-35, at least around 2 inches. Yeah, just a lot of rain now. There's
All right.
any hail. except
Yeah, very small
ones.
if there's anything.
Very small.
Let's go ahead and put a bow on it, and we'll get it back to the looping radar. Of course, we'll be here if we need to jump on. If you see a warning pop out in central Iowa, we'll be back on here. Yeah. So everyone, thanks for joining us on this broadcast. We're going to get back to looping stuff, and we'll call it a night. You all take care, all right?
Thank you.
Looping infinitely.
Thank you. It's fun listening.